Milos Raonic was born on December 27, 1990, in Titograd, Yugoslavia, now Podgorica, Montenegro, to a family of Montenegrin descent. His family emigrated to Canada when he was just 3 years old, settling in Thornhill, Ontario. Growing up in a multicultural environment, Raonic was exposed to a variety of sports, but it was tennis that captured his imagination. At the age of 8, he began playing tennis and quickly showed signs of exceptional talent. Raonic's parents recognized his potential and enrolled him in a tennis program. His early coaches noted his extraordinary work ethic, attention to detail, and most importantly, his remarkable physicality. As a teenager, he stood out due to his imposing physical stature and athleticism, which set him apart from many of his peers. His serve, even at a young age, was noticeably powerful and accurate, foreshadowing the weapon that would later define his career. Raonic's passion for tennis was clear from the start, and as he progressed, he gained valuable experience through participation in various national tournaments. His rising success in Canada caught the attention of the tennis world, and he quickly climbed the ranks in junior tennis. However, he had a breakthrough year in 2008, when he reached the finals of the Junior US Open in New York. This success marked the beginning of his transition from a promising junior player to a potential contender in the professional ranks. Transition to professional tennis. In 2008, Raonic made the decision to focus fully on professional tennis. He began his career in the ITF Futures circuit, where he quickly became known for his towering serve and aggressive baseline game. Although his early results were promising, he faced challenges as he adjusted to the demands of the professional circuit, particularly against the experienced players in the ATP ranks. Raonic's breakthrough came in 2010 when he qualified for the Australian Open, making his Grand Slam debut. This was the beginning of what would become a remarkable rise in men's tennis. Although he did not go deep into the tournament, his performance caught the attention of the tennis community. His potential was undeniable, and he was soon being talked about as one of the most promising young players on the ATP Tour. Over the next year, Raonic would continue to improve and build momentum. He reached the third round of Wimbledon in 2011, where he defeated established players such as Rafael Nadal's future opponent David Ferrer, further solidifying his status as a rising star in the game. Career peak. Breakthrough and rise to the top. Raonic's career truly took off in 2011, when he burst into the top 50 of the ATP rankings after a string of successful performances. His first major breakthrough came when he won his first ATP Tour title at the 2011 SAP Open in San Jose, California, defeating Fernando Verdasco in the final. This victory marked the beginning of Raonic's ascent on the ATP Tour and was a clear indication of his potential to contend with the game's elite players. In 2014, Raonic reached the Wimbledon semi-finals, his first Grand Slam semi-final appearance. His run to the Final Four was a testament to his steady improvement and growing confidence. In the semi-finals, Raonic faced Roger Federer, who was at the peak of his career, but despite his best efforts, he lost in 4 sets. Nevertheless, his appearance in the Wimbledon semi-finals proved that Raonic had arrived at the highest level of the sport. One of the standout achievements of Raonic's career came in 2016, when he reached his first Grand Slam final at Wimbledon. His performance at the prestigious event was one of the defining moments of his career. Raonic, who had been known for his serve, showed remarkable growth in other areas of his game, including his return and overall court movement. In the final, he faced Andy Murray, who was in top form, and despite putting up a valiant fight, Raonic ultimately lost in straight sets. Nonetheless, his run to the final proved that he had the talent and resilience to compete at the highest level. Throughout 2016, Raonic solidified his place among the ATP elite by claiming a career-high ATP ranking of number 3. His rise to the top was built on the strength of his powerful serve, his ability to dominate on hard courts, and his improved movement around the court. He also reached the semi-finals of the US Open in 2016, further showcasing his consistency and ability to compete with the very best players. In addition to his success on the Grand Slam stage, Raonic enjoyed strong results on the ATP Tour, including wins at Brisbane, 2016, and Indian Wells, 2016. His performance at the 2016 ATP Finals was also notable, where he secured a place in the year-end championship, further establishing his place among the sport's top players. Main achievements and recognition. Raonic's career achievements are impressive and include a mix of ATP titles, Grand Slam achievements, and consistency at the highest levels of the game. Some of his most notable achievements include 2011 SAP Open. Raonic's first ATP Tour title came at this tournament, which helped elevate him to international prominence. 2016 Wimbledon Final. Raonic's breakthrough Grand Slam achievement was reaching the final at Wimbledon, one of the sport's most prestigious events. His performance solidified his reputation as one of the best players on the ATP Tour. ATP Finals. Qualification. Raonic earned a spot in the prestigious ATP Finals in 2016, marking a milestone in his career as one of the best 8 players in the world. Career-high ATP ranking. In 2016, Raonic achieved a career-high ATP ranking of No. 3, a rare feat for a player outside the Big Four of Federer, Nadal, Djokovic and Murray. Multiple ATP titles. Raonic won 8 ATP singles titles throughout his career, including a standout win at the 2016 Brisbane International, one of his most notable tournament victories. Grand Slam success. Raonic's semi-final appearances at the Australian Open, US Open, and Wimbledon cemented his reputation as a consistent performer at the sport's biggest tournaments. Top 10 finishes. Raonic consistently finished in the ATP Top 10 from 2014 to 2019, further solidifying his place among the world's elite players. Challenges and injuries. Despite his impressive career, Raonic was plagued by injuries throughout his career. A recurring back injury and issues with his knee slowed his momentum at various points. He faced difficulties with his fitness, which impacted his ability to compete consistently at the highest level. However, Raonic's mental toughness and determination allowed him to fight through these setbacks. As his career progressed, Raonic's injury woes became more prominent. His rankings began to dip and he found it increasingly difficult to sustain a high level of performance due to the physical demands of the sport. His rankings dropped outside the top 10 in the later years of his career, but he still continued to show flashes of his former brilliance when healthy. Final years and legacy. As of 2023, Raonic remains an active player on the ATP Tour, though he has scaled back his appearances in recent years due to injuries and the rise of new talent in men's tennis. Despite not winning a Grand Slam, Raonic's legacy is secure. He is regarded as one of the best servers in the history of tennis, and his achievements on the ATP Tour speak to his immense talent and dedication to the game. Raonic's impact on Canadian tennis is profound. Alongside Milos Raonic, Denis Shapovalov, and Felix Auger-Aliassime, he helped elevate Canadian tennis to new heights. Raonic was a trailblazer for young Canadian players, and his achievements paved the way for future generations of players to aspire to the sport's highest levels. While injuries have hampered his career in the later stages, Raonic's journey remains one of incredible resilience and success. His powerful game, tenacious spirit, and strong work ethic continue to inspire players around the world. In the years to come, Milos Raonic's legacy as one of Canada's greatest tennis players will continue to inspire those who appreciate hard work, skill, and perseverance.